Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of Real Estate and Beyond. My name is Rebecca Meyer. I'm a realtor with Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, New Jersey Properties. My guest today is Wendy from Prosperity Mortgage. Hi Wendy.
Hi, thanks for having me come in.
We always appreciate you coming in.
It's my pleasure.
Mortgages are our favorite thing.
Everybody's.
Yes, yeah. So Wendy, today we want to talk about the market. We know that as agents, it's a great time to list your home right now because we have such low inventory, from buyers. But from the buyer's perspective, they're asking us, why should they buy with the interest rates rising?
Great question. So a few things at Prosperity that we've been looking at is we have one little motto that I kind of like. It says, marry the home, but date the rate. So we know that interest rates have risen over the last few months quite a bit. And so what we're saying is that if you purchase your home now, you're going to stay in the home, but the interest rate, you're going to be able to refinance out of it. So you might be purchasing now at a little bit higher rate, but down the road within, we think the next 2-3 years most, you're going to be able to refinance down into a lower payment. So we kind of like that, marry the home, date the rate.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like it.
We also have some other things that we've been doing where, just to ease the pain of the higher interest rates, is you can offer, when you put your offer in, maybe ask the seller to pay 2 points towards closing costs. Each point is 1% of the loan amount. So say your loan is $400,000. You might ask them to pay 2 points, which would cost them $8,000. So they're technically lowering their price by $8,000. But then what we do is we buy the rate down for you. So you have a lower payment for the life of the loan. So that 2 points could lower your interest rate by maybe 0.75%. So it makes quite a difference in the monthly payment. We also have something that's called a 2-1 buy down. A 2-1 buy down, again, we ask the seller to fund that. So they pay that towards your closing costs again. And it might cost them $10,000 to do a 2-1 buy down. So a 2-1 buy down, if the current interest rate is 6.5%, what they're going to do is they're going to buy your interest rate, the buyer, down to 4.5% for the first year, ease you into the payment. The second year, you'll pay 5.5%, and then the balance of the loan, you'll be at the 6.5%. By then, we think you're going to be able to refinance anyway, and probably get out of it. So that's another thing that we can do. We're going to look at each individual circumstance, find out if the seller will be willing to do those things. But those are things that you can do as a buyer to make it comfortable for you and be in this market right now and be able to get into your home. One other thing that we're doing at Prosperity too, Rebecca, is that if anybody who purchases with us in between now and March of 2023, when you go to refinance down the road, as it's predicted that the rates are going to go lower and you're going to want to refinance out of that payment. When you go to refinance, we're going to waive the application fee, which is about $1,300. So you'll have a nice savings and it'll cost you much less to refinance. So we have all those things that we're looking at to do, and it really brings the buyers into the market where it is still a really good time for them to purchase now and get into their home. And stop paying rent, right?
Yeah, right. Stop paying rent. I like that. And you're willing to work with me and the buyer, right, to get this to happen?
Absolutely. And the seller. We'll
Excellent.
figure out the best way to get you the absolute lowest possible payment. So it's good for both the sellers right now and the buyers still.
Excellent. Great. I really appreciate this. This is great news for the buyers out there because it's been it's been a struggle of what to do.
Right. Yeah. So we've got some answers.
All right. This is great. So thank you so much for that information. And feel free to reach out to Wendy and find out what programs you can qualify for to get back out there and buy a home right now. So thank you, Wendy, for great information. Audience, thank you again for tuning in. Please join us next Thursday for another episode of Real Estate and Beyond Tidbits. Have a beautiful day.